Hey guys, what's going on? In today's episode, I'm going to be reviewing and comparing the Carista OBD diagnostic scanner dongle. What I'm going to be doing too is I'm going to be comparing it to my professional Autel scanner. How does the Carista stand up for professional use and also hobbyist use? We're going to be looking at that today. Stay tuned. First off, before we begin the video, I want to thank Carista for sending me the OBD port completely for free. They saw my channel on YouTube, they liked my content, so they said, hey, do you want us to send you one to do a review? And of course, I love doing stuff like this, so I said yes. So first off, I'm in a customer's 2015 Audi A7, and we just did some repairs to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I am going to look at the code that was here and I'm going to clear it. Now this is just regular diagnostic stuff, but of course with VW Auto Group, any of the vehicles you can pretty much go into the computer and completely reprogram everything. Ranging from, I'm just going to go back here. Ranging from reprogramming your key fob. So if you want the windows to go up and down on the key fob, you can do that. There's a whole bunch of really cool stuff that you can do. So right now I'm just going through here. I am selecting the vehicle and I'm going to go into the control units and I am going to clear the code. First off, I'll show you what code it was, and then we'll compare it to something that the Carista will be able to read. Obviously, I won't be able to scan the same vehicle because when I receive the Carista, I'll be at home, but I will be able to use my own personal vehicle. And that's when we'll show the programming aspect. So we have a couple misfires. Nothing crazy going on. Now this fault here was actually due to, let's see if I can go back here and show you guys, transmission control module. Trouble codes. Okay, so transmission fluid cooler control circuit open. This was not the original fault. It was a short to plus, I believe it was. Now, what happens on these Audi A7s, and I believe on a few other of the Audis, the transmission temperature, or the coolant temperature sensor, the seal begins to break down and it leaks coolant up into the plug, causing it to short out. So you need to replace the plug, you need to replace the coolant temperature sensor, and then you're good. The customer was experiencing an issue with no start or running a little bit rough, and that can be caused by this fault. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to clear these faults. So because that was an electrical fault, it should come back if the issue wasn't resolved. So no fault code detected. That means that it has been resolved. Now I'm going to go into the engine control module and I am going to clear this, all the codes that you saw there earlier. No fault code. Perfect. So we can see that That's the battery right now. We have the VIN number, exactly what kind of vehicle we're looking at here. So I'm going to start it up. Perfect. Check engine light stays off. It was coming back on, like I said, because it's an electrical fault. If you have an electrical fault, the check engine light will turn on immediately after you have cleared it, because the issue just returns right away. So not only are you able to do diagnostic stuff on here, but you're also able to do service stuff. I can go in here. First I got to exit out, go back. I can go into service, and I have all these different service items. So you can do a SRI on the Volkswagen group vehicles, which is just the service reminder indicator. You can do the electronic parking brakes, tire pressure, all this fun stuff. Will you be able to do that in the Carista? Well, let's find out. So there's the customer's Audi A7 that we just completed some work on. I'm gonna bring my Autel back over to my toolbox here. A little bit of a mess, we've been very busy. Now I also do use a Windows tablet here with the vag-com whenever I need to do a little more in-depth diagnostic and reprogramming. That you can basically do anything and everything as far as the Volkswagen group is concerned. So again, can you do the same kind of customization on the Carista that you can on the vag-com? Again, let's find out. All right, so here it is, freshly received from Carista. Let's get this bad boy open, see how it looks. All right, and there we are. Carista, your car, your way. Your cat ruins every single video you do. Carista OBD adapter for iPhone, iPad, Android. Yeah. All right, let's see if I can pop this out with one hand and my cat not bothering me. Okay, and here we are. Looks like there's this little tab here to open it. Okay, maybe not. Looks like it just pops open. And there it is, just a small little OBD2 dongle. Is there anything else in here? I don't think so. No, doesn't look like it. Okay, so now I'll grab my iPad, I'll go into the car, and we'll see how it works. First and foremost, I want to get the Carista app installed, so I'm just going to go to search and type in Carista. And there it is right there. So I'm going to hit get. Yeah, that's snow. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, and so is working on VWs. Alright, so here we are in my 2007 Audi A3. Start her up. Oh, don't want to get dinged. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the Carista OBD dongle and I'm going to plug it into the OBD port. Alright, so the OBD port is right down there. If I can do this without seeing properly, just plug it in. That's it. Now I'm going to open the app and it's going to walk me through how to do this. I have read, I agree. Okay, so we have a few options here: diagnose, customize, and service. So let's check out diagnose. I'm using a Carista. Sorry, I don't have my seatbelt on. Obviously, I'm not going anywhere. Scanning. It's normal to see dash warning lights. Well, not always. Wow, I actually have a few faults here. Show code, loading purchase options. So it does pop up asking for your, in this case, iTunes Apple ID and password. Wow. $52.99 a year. So let's see what happens here. Automatically renews until canceled. All right, well, let's see what happens. Okay, let's try that again. I'm all set. Okay, so this one I did know right here. O2 sensor signal, bank 1 sensor bias stuck rich. I do have a 3-inch downpipe on this, so that is kind of normal. Headlight aiming, engine control module, central electrics, footwell lights, that may be my fault. And data bus instrument cluster. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so this just simply opens up a Google search here. I don't even know what the fault is, so let's see. It's taking me to a Skoda website. Now I am outside and my Wi-Fi still reaches here. Instrument cluster. Oh, wow, that was very helpful. Okay, I'm not worried about that at the moment. See, those I did enable. Actually, I can probably just go back, customize. Let's see. Here, I'm going to turn the ignition off here. Turn it back on. This is where it'll really be able to compare with the vag-com. See how much customization we can do with it. Now, $52 a year. I don't know if that's all that worth it. But that's just me. Oh, Bluetooth is now connected. That's just me. I don't know. I'll see how in-depth this gets. My Autel, I paid $699 for it. And that has all the information basically built right into it. Okay, so let's see. Doors, windows, remote, auto lock when moving, auto unlock doors when key is taken out. Actually, you know what? I would like that one. Okay, so that's already good. Pop trunk via remote. Yes. Beep when locking. That is... no. Beep when unlocking. That is very annoying. Don't do that. Blink turn signals when locking. Blink turn signals when unlocking. Beep when locking. Unlock via door remote. Open and close windows and sunroof. Yeah, I'm not really worried about that. Okay, actually, you know what? Just to show you guys, open and close windows and sunroof via long press on the remote. That's been a common Volkswagen feature. I don't have it enabled, so I'm just going to enable that now. And it looks... Oh, we go down here. I hit yes, and then I hit save. And that's it. That actually does seem really, really easy. Open and close windows by turning and holding. No, I don't want to do that. So you can actually disable your alarm system too. Relock doors automatically if you unlock. Yeah, no, I don't care about that. Instruments, let's see what we have here. Cluster language, that's always convenient. Yeah. Lane turning auto. Lights. Daytime running lights, actually. If I did this, it would probably do my HIDs. Which has been a feature I've wanted to do. So let's see. Use fogs as daytime running light. No. Side marker brightness, daytime running light brightness, front parking light brightness. See, this is where the customization of Volkswagen really comes in handy. These are really, really cool to be able to do all this. Coming home lights. So you can pretty much do everything that you can on the vag-com. Flash brake light in emergency stopping. So what this feature does, this is an interesting one. When you slam on the brakes and your ABS starts pulsing, it'll actually flash your four ways multiple times. That's a cool feature to let people know that, hey, I'm in emergency braking right now. So I did want to turn that one on for sure. Let's go back here and see what else. Microphone sensitivity, that's for my Bluetooth, lower passenger side in reverse. That unfortunately doesn't work. I turned that on. As far as I can see, no one has been able to get it working. Yeah, see, that's the thing here. Only if your power mirror switch is set. No, disregard that. What that does, you do require the memory seats in order for that function, and unfortunately the A3 does not have memory seats. So additional tier wipe, don't really care about that. Auto enable rear wipe. Yeah, that stuff's all cool. So customization so far, yes, I wouldn't say to the fullest extent that the vag-com can. The vag-com, you can pretty much customize anything. This tells you what you can do for this vehicle. So I'll give you an example. So when I bought this car, the one caveat or the one frustration that I had is that I didn't have Bluetooth in the car. So I went in through vag-com and I saw that Bluetooth was actually disabled. So I thought, you know what? Let's try enabling it, and let's set the visibility time to always being visible. Programmed it, it went through okay, turned the car off, key back on. My phone didn't pick anything up. Drive home, that kind of sucked. I get into my driveway, and sure enough, I look on my phone just before I get out, shut down and get out of the car, and sure enough, my car has shown up with Bluetooth. So that worked. Now, with the Carista, that option didn't show up to enable and disable Bluetooth. Now, I know with the vag-com, you have a lot of flexibility. You can even do stuff that your car technically does not have. So, for example, another thing, aside from the Bluetooth, I can actually change the audio profile in this car. So I can change it to the S3 audio profile or the RS3 audio profile instead of just the regular Sportback A3. That does turn up the bass in the assumption that you have a Bose sound system or Blaupunkt. This does have the Bose sound system, but there is an upgraded amp and sub that you could get on the higher end models. So that is something that you can do on the vag-com that you can't do on the Carista. So let's check out the app a little bit further. Okay, let's go into service. Now, I don't want to reset my service because I had an oil change about 2,000 or 3,000 kilometers ago, so I'm not going to reset the SRI, but I want to see what's available. Yeah, so SRI and emission tests. And this is actually a good sign. So I can go and get myself an e-test. So this basically checks the readiness of the system. Is everything okay, or do you have a failed or a not ready? So that, yeah, I mean, you can get that on everything. On pretty much any scanner, even a cheap like a crappy tire scanner, you can get that as well. Not in the same extent, but you can get that. So I'm just trying to get detailed ECU information to see what it gives us. So just to note, this is actually taking quite a long time. It's been probably around 5 minutes that it's been reading the ECU. Okay, I see why. So it basically reads every single system to see if there's any fault codes or anything like that. And yeah, so I only have that one, but that wouldn't affect the emission test because I don't have a check engine light on. Okay, so now that I've played around with the Carista a little bit on my Audi, I have a partial review on it. Personally, as far as the Volkswagen Audi is concerned, it's not for me. Now, that being said, I want to be completely honest here. I have a lot of experience when it comes to Volkswagen and Audi. I use a vag-com at work. I have all these special tools at work. So for me to pick up something like this, it wouldn't be worth it for me. Now, you want to compare. So the Carista, if I'm not mistaken, is around $29 Canadian on Amazon, which is how I received it. That plus the $52.99 or whatever that price was per year to get all the diagnostic, is it worth it? Well, that's really up to you. In my opinion, a vag-com, you can get a hobbyist cable. You're around $199 or $149. That allows you up to 5 vehicles, and you can basically do all the programming you want. So as far as Volkswagen Audi is concerned, I'm going to give this one a no-go. However, I do have another vehicle that I can try, and that's on my 2013 Ford Escape. Let's see what the Carista can do with that. Okay, so I'm not going to show you the video of me scanning my wife's car with the Carista, just because, honestly, my wife's car is brand new. It doesn't have any faults on it. It didn't give me any good information that I can use. Not only that, but the programming, you can't do any programming with it. Honestly, so here's my opinion. If there was complete access to reprogramming of the modules. Say, for example, on my wife's car, I do have 2 sets of rims. One does not have the tire pressure sensors. If I could turn off the tire pressure monitoring system, that would be fantastic. I would say the Carista is well worth its money. Now that I have used it on a couple vehicles already, do I think that the Carista is worth it? In a professional setting, no. For me, who actually has a vag-com and an Autel, is it worth it? No. Is it worth for somebody to go out if they have a BMW or any of the other vehicles that Carista says that they can do the reprogramming? Is it worth it for you to go out and get the Carista? I would say yes. Unless you are looking at a Volkswagen or anything under the Volkswagen group, and yes, that does include Bentley, I would say go for a vag-com. You can pick up a hobbyist vag-com cable like I mentioned earlier. You can pick one up for probably around $199, $149, or sometimes you can get lucky and find them on eBay used. So that's my opinion. If you are doing any VAG vehicles, I would not recommend the Carista. It would, in my opinion, be completely worth it again if it had the programming abilities in all vehicles, not just the European stuff. So I believe Carista says they do the Volkswagen Auto Group, they do BMW, Mercedes, a few of the other European brands that you can actually do a little bit more in-depth programming. Unfortunately, for the rest of the vehicles, they don't offer that. You have to go to the dealer if you want certain things programmed. And obviously, Price-wise, that's not worth it. Sometimes the dealer will charge you an arm and a leg. Sometimes you'll get lucky and they won't charge you a thing. So, again, Carista sent me this scanner, the OBD dongle, completely for free. I did, however, sign up for the premium membership, and that was $52.99, just so I could show you guys how it works. Will I find myself ever using it again? Probably not. It's too small. I gotta either have the app on my phone, which I will say is convenient. It is convenient to just have the little dongle, plug it into your car, and then boom, the app is right on your phone. You don't have to carry around separate hardware. But for me, in my line of work, it's good just to have a dedicated device, such as the Autel or my Windows tablet, that I can just plug in the vag-com cable, or I can plug in the OBD cable on the Autel, and boom, we're all up and running. I don't have to worry about, I know this sounds kind of first world, getting oil all over my phone, or, greasy hands all over my phone. So again, I really want to thank Carista for giving me the opportunity to review their product. I will kind of give it a 50-50. Yes, it's worth it, but in my case, it's not. If you're going to be doing a lot of hobbyist work, go for it. Absolutely. I would say it's inexpensive enough. The dongle itself is inexpensive, and the the pro membership is relatively inexpensive if you are going to be doing a lot of hobbyist work. So if you want to go out, get the Carista. Let me know what you think. Do you find that it's worth the price? Do you find that it's more usable in your situation than in mine? If so, give me a comment down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. Thanks for watching.